Hi, guys. Good morning and happy Sunday to you all. And after what has felt like a very, very long time, actually, it has come now that I think about it, because the last new episode we got dropped all the way back in early December of last year. Our favorite spinoff show is back with fresh new episodes starting today. Well, starting today if you've got AMC Plus. No, actually, I think it's dropping later today on live TV tonight as well. The first two episodes of the second half of season 7 of AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. So this will be a dual episode review. I'm going to talk about what I thought of episode 9 and then immediately following episode 10 and all that jazz. So if you haven't seen neither episode yet and you plan to watch it later tonight or later today on AMC Plus, you do not want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, so great to have the show back. I was a little thrown off at first with, I guess it picks up kind of where we left off with the last episode, with Alicia promising or threatening Strand that they were going to go to war over the tower since he killed her friend Will. So, and then I guess that means like all of Teddy's followers, the ones that are left at least of the stalkers run by that lunatic Arno, they're out to get her because Arno blames her for getting them all killed. And I guess they all died off screen at some point and became walkers because they're trying to find the place Padre, which now may or may not exist. We just don't know yet. But I still liked this episode because it gave us a lot of insight into what's been going on in Alicia's heightened state of mind. Heightened in the sense that, she's had to deal with fever after cutting off her own arm due to a walker bite. And, it makes you wonder, what is she dreaming? What is she hallucinating about? What's real? What isn't? But it quickly becomes real very quickly in the episode, what is real and what isn't with her. I did really enjoy the new, sadly short-lived character, Paul. I was really hoping he'd make it back with her to the rest of the group. But unfortunately, he died saving her so she could get away, although he did die with a purpose, which was her getting away. I really, really liked him. He was an interesting character, very wholesome, a former musician who was losing his hearing because of the warhead. And then he had the saddest reason, for wanting to blast music nonstop throughout his house, which was he was trying to drown out the noise. The final noise or the final sounds he heard right before his hearing went bad was the sounds of his wife dying. That is so fucking sad. And understandable by why he wanted to drown out his sorrow in blasting music, which was working for a while until it unfortunately blew out, and it's what allowed Arno to swing around and shoot him in the stomach. Even though it didn't kill him, he ended up shooting him later in the back of the head, but still it didn't help maiming him like that. But good episode, though. It was both dramatic and exciting. It was a healthy balance of both. We got to see the psyche or the insight of a character's mind, both Alicia and Paul. And Alicia has now a newfound purpose, which, if I understood her correctly, she is going to go out there and look for people to join her and Morgan and the rest of their allies in order to take on Strand and take over the tower, because they simply don't have the numbers. So she's going to go out there, recruit travelers and survivors she finds on the road, and bring them back to the submarine, if I understood her correctly. I think that's what she's doing. Because it feels like there's still a good chunk of their allies who are spread apart. There's some people in the tower who are with Victor, but not necessarily with Victor and Howard. They're just living there, and they're still loyal to Morgan, of course. And then a lot of their allies are still scattered around as well, too. So it's just a matter of time before everybody hopefully comes back together. And whether or not that's going to be Victor and Strand, Strand and Howard, his right-hand man, either forcing their defeat or them forcing them out of the tower. Well, I don't know what remains to be seen. I'm really hoping that, it doesn't come to that, because I like Victor so much, and I really hate that they're turning him or making him to such an asshole this season, because I feel like it's kind of a disservice to the character. But who knows? Maybe I'll be singing a different tune before this season is out, so we'll see what happens. But I really liked the mid-season premiere, and now I'll quickly talk about what I thought about the second episode that followed, the much more ensemble-filled episode. I was honestly thinking that the radiation poisoning thing was just a ruse, and they were going to pretend that Charlie died, and then she was going to stay inside the tower, and they'll try to figure out a way to get Morgan and everybody else inside to take it over. But then it turned out and became very quickly apparent, oh, that poor girl, she did get exposed to radiation. She does have radiation poisoning on her skin. Ouch. Damn, that sucks. Although it was pretty sweet and cute seeing her bond with Ali, even though he ended up paying for it with his life, which was unfortunate. But I do like how it further cemented Howard's status as an overall asshole and villain. It's very funny, too, to see him play such a prick in this show, because he's like the total opposite in The Mandalorian. But I liked it, though, because we got to see Wendell, John Dory Sr., June, Grace. We got to see her, but she didn't really do or say much. But it's just nice seeing all these characters that, again, after what feels like has been forever, even though it's only been a few months, really, since December. Yeah. But I really liked this episode. I liked how the two of them bonded over not really having a childhood, since they both had to grow up during the zombie apocalypse. And I liked how Ali switched his allegiances from Strand to Charlie, towards the end of this episode, even though he paid for it with his life. It was still a pretty damn good episode. It was pretty sad, but still pretty entertaining all throughout. I suspected Dory Sr. was just saying all that shit to get Howard off of June and Charlie's case, which is ultimately what happened, because, of course, he reassured June, no, of course I don't actually feel that way. That was just for his benefit. We got to figure out how to, get Strand to listen to us through reason, not through force. So I wasn't too surprised that they revealed, oh, Dory was just playing Howard, what a shocker. I was more reassuring. I was like, oh, good, he's still on their side. Great, okay. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it, though. And now that they've introduced an even new, dangerous, more crazier level of walker, which I guess is the super radioactive ones who are in the impact crater of where the warhead actually landed. And now, of course, that prick Arno and some of his people have found it. And I don't know if they're going to try to weaponize any of them, or if they're going to try to avoid it at all costs, because maybe it's just too dangerous for anybody, villain or hero, to go near it. But the show is back, and it's dropping new episodes every Sunday on AMC Plus and on AMC the following week. So I hope you guys are happy about its return. I know I am. What did you think about these 2 episodes? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on them. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day and holiday weekend, whatever holiday you may be celebrating. And I will see you guys back here next time for more Fear the Walking Dead. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching. And, of course, until next time... I almost said something else. I almost said, what's your favorite scary movie? Because I was thinking about Scream. I meant to say, may the force be with you.